Stand Up being, and we're live, and it is EuroAsia Scrum, and it's Sam Thomas. Yes, so yeah, no had to call it, no major updates really from me. We'll have the client meeting. Yeah, got a couple of things approved, pushing them out. Yeah, things seem to be winding down. Yeah, so hoping to have some retros today. We will see what we can fit in. Kind of looking back on the year, I'm particularly considering, yeah, the directions for Agile Ventures, and it's one of the things I wonder is, I mean, I'm like totally comfortable with the whole thing being recorded, and I love that it is recorded because you can kind of like then easily expose to other people and show them what's going on. And if people miss the stand-up, then you've got a recording of the stand-up and so on and so forth. But I wonder if that's something that puts a lot of people off, or what. As I was hearing yesterday about, having graduates from who are like, not sure what to do and haven't coded for a couple of days because they're like, what should I do? I'm like, why don't they just come and code with us? And some of them do, but I'm surprised it's not in greater numbers. And I kind of want to investigate what it is, what the barrier is that prevents more people getting value out of the AV equation. How are things going with you?
The meeting today actually was postponed. I had some personal things I had to take care of today. So actually, it'll be tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Hawaii time, which is 7:30 p.m. UTC.
Right.
And there should be a lot that can be worked on throughout the next week or so. I know they already said a couple things, so I'm probably going to have to wrap my brain around redoing some of the logic. But nothing really, really big. For the most part, they're fairly pleased with how it works from a user perspective. I mean, because the whole idea behind it was just to make it easier for them to maintain immunization records for school-age kids. And so the idea from our end, development-wise, is that if a kid comes into school in Hawaii, whether in pre-K or traditional K through 12, if they have missing vaccinations that are going to end up being missing, for their entire academic career, there's no real sense to keep adding them over and over when we could just add them once and then update them to new reports. So they're liking that idea. Eventually, they're probably going to host it themselves, but I haven't seen what they have, although they probably will have a lamp stack set up just for that. So that's where I'm at, and then once I get good guidance from the meeting tomorrow, I'll definitely post it on the Hawaii DOH channel on Slack.
Yeah, nice one. Yes, well, I guess I will probably follow up with that I'll reflect on that in the new year. But yeah, thanks for the updates. Excellent. Jana is here. Hey, Jana, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm fine, thanks. Oh, good. Watched the client meeting yesterday. It was cool. In terms of Druid's API, it's just limited by 2 miles from my place. That's why it shows only several pins. So it all works. I'll continue doing it today. I didn't do it yesterday because I was at Makers at CraftCon, which was great fun. So yeah, we'll continue playing with Druid and tests.
Yeah. Oh, great stuff. Yes. Good job. Glad that you watched the meeting. Excellent. So nothing blocking you at the moment then?
No, nothing. All fine. Thanks.
Good stuff. And Thomas O, how are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
Yeah. Last, it's Christmas party this evening, so everything's looked good.
Oh, did you have a Christmas party last night?
No, coming this evening. So.
Okay. Okay. So all right, got it. Yeah, no, I'm all good. I spoke to a few people about the 400 contacts project yesterday. A company here in house that are working with a software that measures different competence levels and also happiness kind of thing. So we spoke about this pro bono project targeting refugees, and they are interested in at least taking part in an initial meeting and discussion about this, and hopefully we can get something organized. I reached out to Andreas yesterday. I was hoping to see him at some point in this Scrum, just to make an initial introduction. But I just got word from him that he has been really busy this week. So hopefully we can get something. Well, perhaps next week or after the Christmas and New Year's holidays. I don't think we're gonna. There's no point in rushing into anything. So, so yeah, that's my update. I think at this point.
Good show. Yeah, yeah. Do create. I think do create a Slack channel for that so that we can start. If you haven't already.
I have not, but I will do that today.
Yeah. Although actually,
I don't think there's a project on the website yet.
No. Interesting. I was just saying that actually on Makers Academy we have a channel for that, but I think that's cool.
Yeah, because I put Andreas together with Nikesh, and you know they did some stuff together. You know, so yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll just make that happen. Raoul is here. Hey, Raoul, how are you doing?
Morning, everyone. I've been a bit down since yesterday, a little bit sick again. So
sorry to hear that.
Nothing much happening on my side really. I haven't been able to do much work since yesterday. I jumped in today because you mentioned you wanted to have a little bit retro meeting today on the thing. So
yeah. And I guess since a lot of people joined after I started, I was just we had a nice meeting with the local sport client yesterday, and just talked about that, and that seems to be good. Lots to do in the new year. The thing I was reflecting on, or was one of the key things I'm thinking about at the moment for AV is how I absolutely love the fact that we video it. I love the fact that, so for example, that Jana was able to see the video of the client meeting, and that allowed her to keep in the loop. And in principle, the videoing of all the stand-ups and so on is, allows people who missed them to catch up and these sort of things. But I'm also, hearing about, for example, some students who are like, haven't done any coding for a couple of days because this is graduates because they not sure what to do. And we've had various people come in from the MOOC and from makers and so on and get involved, and that we've got 5 of us here this morning. But I wonder, is there something about the fact that there's these things are video, that it's online or whatever, that's a block that prevents more people from getting involved? I have all my own ideas about directions in which to take Agile Ventures, but I feel like that there's a great thing here that people could be taking advantage of, and I'm surprised that more people don't. And I wonder if that's just if we made it so that there was stand-ups that weren't recorded or something. I don't know, that would make the difference. What does anybody think about that idea?
I don't think that's an issue. I know when I fell off for a little while, it wasn't because of it being recorded. It was just I kind of got busy with other things and whatnot. So
sure.
Me personally, I don't think the recording's an issue.
No, and I guess for everybody here, you wouldn't be. It's difficult. We don't. I mean, absolutely, people have get busy in their lives. It's I mean I guess Raoul, if you're not well, then maybe we should postpone this. Does anybody else have any? Jana or Raoul or Thomas, do you have any thoughts on what, if anything, might be serving as the block that prevents this getting bigger and more and involving more people?
The fact that we are recording our meetings.
I'm trying to work out why. I mean, I sort of have a standing offer to Makers graduates that basically if they want to get a daily code review from me, then they can. And in the last thing we've had, so there's about 5. So Jana, Zivko, Jongmin, David Bebbs, a few people have joined the stand-ups and have got involved in the projects, but there could be a lot more. And I'm hearing about some people who are like, they're just not sure what to do, and they haven't done coding in a couple of days, and that's we sort of generally feel that the Makers graduates should be coding every day, and there's a sort of a support structure here. But I'm trying to work out why more people don't take advantage of that. I mean, I think for people more generally, they have their lives and busy lives with the MOOCers and so on. That's another question. But I'm just trying to wonder is there some way we can tailor what we provide so that more people can take advantage of it?
Yeah. So my thoughts on that is that we need more people that are more like you perhaps, or that can. I mean, like a year ago, we had like a core group of 5, 6, 7 developers that were setting up Hangouts, doing pair programming, people, you know, taking the lead on actually organizing things. You know, there's a big, I think at least, one theory I have is that there's a need for somebody to step up and kind of show the direction, and that the new members feel a little insecure in doing that, even though it's nothing, you know, intimidating or nothing hard to do. We're just setting up a hangout. But I think that I remember Sasha, for instance. You know, he was following for a while, and after a month or something, he was setting up his, you know, he held a few scrums, and he had set up his own pair programming session and stuff. So I think that, you know, what we should do is to try to take a step back and perhaps revisit those you know, incentives and, you know, what value, the whole value proposition thing of our, you know, and you know, work with some sort of, I don't know, reward system or reputation system or what have you, in order to do that very simple thing, just to make people more confident in themselves. I think it's a matter of confidence. Basically, you know, oh, I don't know how to write these Ruby, you know, methods or classes, or how to write some specs, and etc. And people and shit, you know, everything is being recorded, and you know, so people will see my vulnerabilities or my shortcomings. But you know, after a while, that is exactly what happens to me, and this is something that I return to very often. You know, I remember my first steps in Agile Ventures, seeing, you know, very scared, quote unquote, and insecure, but then seeing you and Michael and some other, you know, old members actually, you know, being, you know, not fully. I mean, you're no magicians, you know, you don't know the entire syntax of everything up on top of your head. You do the same thing that I do, you know, like Stack Overflow or Google stuff, you know, and just by seeing you do that, grow my confidence, you know, and it was like, oh, you don't have to be this super coder to start with. You can actually see this as a learning experience.
Right. Exactly.
So, you know, because that's what I usually said in another context of my life when I was working with physical training. I mean, training is, when you come to practice, you come there to practice, right? You don't come there to show off or to win a championship or anything. You know, that's for championships, right? So it's the same thing here. You know, I come here in order to practice my coding skills, in order to actually get better, not to show off or not to win a competition, but actually learn something. You know, and so this is something that I think we have to be better in communicating to people, and you know, whether it's in Scrum or through our website or through any channels that we are using for communication. I think this is something that we need to let people know, and let them grow, let them make their mistakes, and say that mistakes is cool, which is something that you guys, that makers, do every day. You know, this is, I mean, the whole program is about making mistakes and growing stronger by them.
Go on, Jana.
Yeah, because I'm new. Yeah, I know what was difficult on the process. So maybe you have these recordings, but in the beginning it will be nice to have a video somewhere, just to see how the website Agile Venture works. Where can I find a link to GitHub and everything, just to make it easier. Then after installation of the project, well, the installation itself can be kind of a stopper, because it's not an easy thing. And then if person cannot install it, he can think that it's intimidating and not ask a question. So maybe to make it a bit more clearer at certain steps where there could be problems. And then after the person sees the project, it's intimidating because it's huge, and I mean, it's impossible to understand everything. Maybe give some tips how to choose an issue to work on, to have like, you know, video or just a short file, like tips how to choose an issue, and maybe some short tips how to read the code, just to remind what is where. Right. You know, so some kind of, for newbies, some kind of welcome notes, and you know. Right. But video, I think it's fine. I don't even think that I'm being recorded, you know, all this time.
Right. Yeah, I think. I mean, I know that there's at least one person who was very intimidated by that in the past, and I'm just sort of, I'm trying to sort of imagine what are the obstacles. But those are very good points there. Yeah, and I've just taken some notes on those, and I think also Thomas's points as well. I think I'm really impressed with the Code Wars reputation system, and I think that, you know, a reputation system is another interesting way to go. I I guess, Jana, did you just out of interest, did you read the we have an Agile Ventures Getting Started page? Was that something that you referred to when you were initially looking at the?
I think I did. I
Right.
think I did, but you know, that links to Pivotal Tracker and GitHub, they are on the right part of the page when you go to a particular project. Somehow, at the first sight, it wasn't visible for me. It wasn't like straightforward.
No, sure.
Maybe it's me, but I just don't know. So I would do like baby steps there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think you know the danger with anything written is it's a lot of text, and then I think your suggestion of a video of how to navigate is good. I think all of the individual projects could do with being easier to install, and then there's also this, I mean, absolutely the larger code bases are intimidating. I mean, I get, I think they're very good points indeed.
And then another thing is not to break something. Sometimes people are very afraid to break something.
Right.
Just write that you will not ever break something because you review it before you merge it with anything. So
that can never happen. There are so many layers before your code is in production. So that's really hard to to do in our structure.
That's right, but of course, and you're absolutely right, Thomas, and to echo Jana's point, is I think, people's awareness of that is different. I think often people, I think they may also be intimidated by the idea that even though we have like sort of non-profit clients who are not paying money for the projects and they're nice people and they, I think people are also intimidated by the idea of working on a project where there is an end client who might care about the result, and it's maybe less threatening to themselves to just work on I'm going to do another online tutorial because I'm not, there's no one with any expectations apart from myself, and that's maybe, less challenging, less stressful.
Well, that's something that we need to address as well, because that's what I generally tell people about open source projects and Agile Ventures. It's like there is no better feeling than actually see your code in production.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think when that happens, and I think we do, we've there are various people who've been converted. They've seen the light of the Agile Ventures, and that works out awesome. But it's helping more people see that light. Raul, any thoughts on what we're just chatting about now?
Well, in terms of recording, I only remember one instance of someone who was complaining about the fact that Hangout, I mean, we record every session we do, but that was because he was working for a company and he was afraid that maybe they would find out that he's doing extra stuff on the side and all that.
Okay.
Then, like, recording.
I have a story about that. I actually almost got. I mean, I got fired over Agile Ventures from a company.
Right? Did you?
Yeah. So when they terminated my employment, they actually referred to my involvement in Agile Ventures. Then they had a link to a Scrum meeting that I hosted on my lunch break. So.
Oh, right.
To be honest, I won that litigation. We went to court and that was just thrown out. But so that was amazing.
It's an interesting point. Yes. Oh, that's
the recording are kind of important because, like, when I miss a Scrum, for instance, I can go onto YouTube and just watch the recording and know what's happening.
Right.
So that's a part I don't think should be. I don't think it's really something we can get rid of. Like it plays an important role in this whole process. And in terms of what Jana just mentioned now, maybe there was a work in progress on redesigning the whole project page. Maybe that should
the project page layout. Yeah.
But this is the proposed wireframe for the new project page, and I think things are much more visible on this.
Right. For some reason, I'm not seeing your screen share, Raul. It's telling me that you are screen sharing, but I'm not seeing the screen share for some reason. I don't know about anybody else. Can everybody else see Raul's screen?
Nope.
No, unfortunately. But yes, are you sharing the pivotal tracker there, Raul?
I'll just send you a link to.
But yes, I mean that there's this issue here for the individual projects, and okay, so I've got a link here. Yeah, maybe people can see my screen share. Yeah, there was a proposed redesign for the project page. This is what it currently looks like. Yes. Yeah, so definitely something to think about. Yeah, well, I mean, I think that I'm encouraged by what we're saying here, that we should, keep the current recording framework in place. I think it's also very helpful to understand why that might be an obstacle for some people, and that means, like we've got some
Skype coming in.
I think that Jana's suggestion of a video of how to navigate the site, which and also other videos and bits and pieces that kind of address some of those fears and concerns might be useful. Cool. Okay. Well, I mean, I hate to wrap up the conversation there, but I think I better nip off. You guys, of course, feel free to carry on chatting. I do the Atlantic Scrum today, and then I'm going to go offline for a bit. So I'd be particularly since Raoul is unwell, I don't think we need to rush through a review of Website 1 or what have you. I think just having sort of an open chat like this without internet. I remember, I think this time last year, Thomas, we were trying to have a chat about the direction of the site, and
we should really get back to this, AV retrospective meeting once, perhaps not every week, but bi-weekly or something.
Yes, I think so. Yeah. So I mean, we could try and have, at the Atlantic Scrum time, we could try and have, if anybody's free, we could try and have a bit of a retrospective then, and do a bit more chatting, because it'll be the last one that I'll do for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it would be it's a good timing. It's the last Atlantic Scrum for the year, and that would be a year review perhaps or something.
But yeah, we can think about doing more of those in the new year.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Send my love to everybody at
I will do. I will do that at the Christmas. I'll try to remember to do that at the Christmas party.
Extra greetings to Evgeny from me. Okay.
Yeah, will do.
Yesterday thing. All right.
Yeah, I read it. Yeah, good stuff, guys. All right. Take care. Jana, I'll be online all day, and so anyway, no one's blocked technically at the moment. I'll hopefully see you at the Retro at 3:45 p.m.
Yes.
Yeah. And if I don't see you again, Mr. W, Mele Kaliki Maka. Yeah.
Same to you. Same to everybody. Enjoy your holidays, and I'll still be around. I mean, there's nothing much I'll be doing over the holidays.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably be on and off on Slack and stuff.
Yeah. If I don't see you guys, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and whatever God you're worshiping, I hope it's taking care of you.
Absolutely. Feliz Navidad. All right, take care, guys. Bye for now.
Bye.
Take it easy.